What is the role or a dharma of a parent? Expose your children to everything that this life holds. The beauty, the ugly, everything. From the temple to the bar. Let them then take a decision and choose what they want in life. If you don't create a Sangha of seekers, of people on the path, who are seeking truth in some way or the other, then you will lose your own fire also.
I mean, I was grown up in India, so I don't know, I don't feel the same here in US. Like, sometimes some mistakes are really not, I mean, it's really like you have to really pay attention to what they're doing on a daily basis, who's their friends are. We live in the world, I mean, the same thing is happening in India too. I mean, everywhere in the world.
Yeah, that's what. So you ask your parents, it was the same thing at their time also, that it's not the same India anymore.
No, it's not.
No. If I had asked this question from your parents when you were a child, they would say the same thing. Look, this is not the same India we grew up in. Now they can't walk on the street the way we used to do in 1920s. You understand? It has nothing to do with space and time. Any country, any time in the calendar. It's not that. It's the day you become parent, you want to own the child. And the beautiful word that you use is for them. I'm doing it for them. Please ask them, do they want this from you?
They don't want anything from us. Besides our money.
On a serious note on parenting, what is the role or a dharma of a parent?
I feel that you just guide them on the right path, but then again, they question you on that also. So
No, that's not the dharma of a parent, to guide them on the right path, because your right path and their right path are two different paths. The fight has already started. Whose path is right? No. You don't do that as a parent. All the future, current and past parents, please listen to this carefully. Dharma of a parent is just one. Expose your children to the truths and non-truths of life. Expose your children to everything that this life holds. The beauty, the ugly, everything. They must know, expose them to the beautiful art and culture and dance and drama, mathematics, science, poverty, riches. Expose them to everything. This exposure will awaken their Viveka Shakti. You don't want them to be dependent. You want them to be extremely intelligent. Their intellect has to be very sharp. For that, you expose them to entire scope of life. From the temple to the bar. Let them then take a decision and choose what they want in life. But we don't do that. That's our problem. Because we are not brave enough. We hide certain things from them. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. That's true parenting. Because you trust your children. You know them. If I expose my child to all the 100 possibilities, this child will be very intelligent to choose what is right for him or her. And even if they make mistake, every child in this life must make the mistake. What is the word? हिंदी में तो मैं अच्छा बोलता हूँ ये बात. हर बच्चे को अपने हक की गलतियां करने का अधिकार है. Translated in English. Has a right to make. नहीं, कुछ रह गया ना. Own share of mistakes. Every child in this life has the right to make mistakes of their own share. थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. But do you understand what I'm saying? वो अधिकार मत छीनो उनसे. Don't take that away from them. Yeah? And for that you've got to be brave. And last thing on this, if you're not brave enough, your children will not be brave enough, because there's a DNA thing working. And there's epigenetic working. Right?
That's true.
So you evolve, they evolve. You become fearless, they become fearless. You become Buddhu, they become Buddhu. That's the philosophy, and that's how it really works. Does that make sense? Okay. How do you walk this journey ahead is something that I forgot to talk to you about. I'll just take 2 minutes. Somebody like me comes, sits amongst all of you, share some anubhavas, and then I'll go. We have a chance to remain connected. But that is not that important. What is really important is this fire that I see today in this room, this warmth and this Agni that I experience in this room. How do you take it forward? How do you not let this die? What will you do now to be still connected amongst each other and make sure that you nurture each other's journey? Supremely important. Because from there, if you go today and don't see each other for another 3, 4, 6 months, not good. Because one of the deepest teaching of Buddha is Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. If you don't create a Sangha of seekers, of people on the path who are seeking truth in some way or the other, then you will lose your own fire also. Please remember, if you ever go to Gomukh from where Ganges starts, it's a trickle. That river called Ganga cannot reach the ocean in its original form because it's just a trickle up there. On the way, many more rivers come, Alaknanda, Bhagirathi, and they all merge in this trickle called Ganges. And by the time it reaches Ganga Sagar near Calcutta, it already looks like an ocean because so many rivers have joined Ganga and the Ganga becomes huge. Once this river becomes huge, nobody can stop it reaching the ocean. Alone you can't reach the ocean. The trickle of your own inner river will dry up on the way, I'm telling you. I've seen it with hundreds of seekers. But if you join forces, allow the seeking, which is the water of other people, to join each other, only then the collective Ganges will reach the ocean. So form this, create your local Sangha, do some mechanics around, you're all very intelligent people, but don't let this Agni dwindle, don't let this fire dwindle.